everyone. Today we're going to talk about vocabulary. What is vocabulary? Learning new words. As a child, we were an expert, an accomplished virtuoso. But today, as an adult, we rank low. The graph has reduced. This is because human brain loses its plasticity after puberty. So the learning curve automatically gradually falls by the age of around 18, 19, 20 years. Let's take an example of my 3-year-old nephew. You have no idea, he surprises me every single day with the choice of words or with the amount of words he speaks. Not just my nephew, this is true to almost every child that I've known. That is because on an average they learn 10 to 30 words a day, which an adult wouldn't be doing. And by the age of 6 years, can you believe the repository of words in their dictionary is around 14,000 words. Of all the topics, why vocabulary? That is because words are currency for communication. Words are currency for communication. The more words you have to communicate, the better speaker you can be. This topic is applicable for a child, a teen, or an adult, right? So, adults start off quick, but eventually the intensity fades off. Whereas for a child starts off slow, but towards the end, the success ratio is more. Today I'm here to help you a trick which will make you better learners of vocabulary, new words, right? So the first thing when you see a new word, your eyes react to it, a new word, or when you hear, whatever it is. So hearing or eyes, the first sense of organ that reacts, and later immediately your mind understands the new word. If you do not know, you try to learn the new word, understand the mind. So the eyes or the ears, and then the mind reacts. But along with both of these, one more important thing that you need to do is voice. Saying a word, a new word, right, aloud and right, is winning half the battle. So when you say a new word, when you pronounce a new word aloud and right, you almost are winning half the battle. So, along with all of these, a pen is a very important thing. Most of the teen students that I handle or young adults that I handle, they are reluctant to have a pen. It's a daily reminder that I give them. Open a pen. When the book is ready, a pen has to be ready. But they are reluctant to using it. A pen is a very important thing because this is how you record any new word that you learn. Keeping all that aside, today I'm going to help you with a short mnemonic, and that is going to be grasp. Grasp. Vocabulary, you will be grasping it well if you remember grasp. What is grasp? G is remember the new word that you learned in groups. Remembering it in groups. The second one is R. Remember them along with their root words. And A. Remember to associate the new word with a picture, a personality, or something like that. Association. S. Remember to remember the new word in sentence form. Make an example and remember in a sentence. And the last one, P. Remember the parts of speech. Any new word that we learn in English will end up in 8 parts of speech, any one of the 8 forms. A noun, an adverb, an adjective, a conjunction, an interjunction. It will be under any of the 8. Let's learn grasp with a quick example. So we have the grasp ready, and let's look at an example. Let's take philanthropy. Philanthropy. Phil and anthropy. Phil is nothing but love. Anthro is mankind. So here we have the root words. Phil is love, and anthro is mankind. So that takes us to the G. We can remember this with the synonyms and the antonyms. When you learn a word, remember the synonyms and antonyms, and once for all, you will recollect and remember this word. So philanthropology, and that is going to be humanity, generosity. All these are the synonyms of philanthropy. However, I forgot to mention the name. However, we should also relate any new word, to its antonym, which will make us remember better. So that's going to be the antonym. Misanthrope. Misanthrope. Anybody who hates mankind, who is not comfortable with the social setup of mankind, that is going to be called as misanthrope. So first thing we need to remember in groups, that is we need to understand the synonyms and the friends and the probably the cousins of the word. So humanity, generosity are the cousins, and the antonym will be misanthrope. Then we have understood the root words, where the word is coming from. Phil is coming from love, anthrop is coming from mankind, right? Then the word is association. So associate to anybody that you know or any personality that you can relate to who is a philanthropist. So I can relate it to probably Mrs. Sudha Murthy or Mr. Narayan Murthy. So I can relate it to the mankind work they do, or probably I can relate it to the humanitarian grounds. Humanity of Mr. Murthy. So in a sentence, if I have to remember this, I'll make a sentence and I'll remember it like this. Mr. and Mrs. Murthy are great philanthropists. Mr. and Mrs. Murthy are examples of great philanthropists. And the last one is the parts of speech. What is the parts of speech of philanthropist? A noun, right? So this is one example of that we can understand the grasp. So we are remembering it in groups. We understand the synonyms of it. We understand the antonyms of it. Then we are relating it into the root words. Where is the root word coming from? Where did it start? What is the breakage? And if you don't remember, or if you don't need a word, the root words of a certain word, you can immediately relate it to the prefixes or suffixes of a word. Then you can associate with a person, picture, film, movie, an individual to your own memory in your lifetime, and then you relate it. You can write it in sentence. And the last, remember in the parts of speech.